Centering yourself is a form of grounding yourself. If you do not learn how to center yourself, you are going to end up being everyone's doormat. Welcome back to part 2 of the self-centered series, where we talk about ways in which, as a pretty woman, you can center yourself. So welcome back to Cleopatra, where we talk about everything pretty girl logic. Now, if you haven't checked out my part 1, please do. But this is a continuation of ways in which you can recenter yourself. So we proceed. Number 1, stop stalking people and reduce social media consumption. This is going to be difficult because social media is a core part of our daily lives, but you have to realize that you have to be very disciplined about how your attention flows. As a beautiful woman, your attention is currency, and I've said this. I have a whole episode about it. Go check it out. I say that attention from a beautiful woman is very, very ego-feeding and also detrimental for the beautiful woman to engage in. Your attention is currency. And where your attention goes, your energy flows. Where your attention goes, your identity follows. See, social media has 3 dangerous things that it does to us. It creates false urgency, it makes everyone sound confident, and it encourages comparison without context. Suddenly you want to buy a perfume that you were not even planning to buy. Someone just picked up a phone and decided to record themselves, and they serve as an echo chamber to your thoughts. They do not really provoke your critical thinking. And suddenly you see this beautiful woman who has features that you do not have, and you feel this weird urge to measure yourself against them. Social media can really F you up if you do not pay attention to how it really shapes you and really wastes your time. You can decide to have rules when it comes to engaging in social media. And I'm not saying you get rid of it, I'm just saying you need to have structure around it. First off, you can decide to consume educational or skill-based content only. Makeup routines, skincare routine, workout routine, yada, yada, yada. Secondly, you can decide to invest in maybe knowledge such as critical thinking, discipline, discernment, other things that I talk about in this channel, or even tech, or even biology, chemistry. There is so much to be learned for you to say that you don't have much to learn. Do you know how to do some mathematical calculations for fun? Do you know what it's like to explore chemical bonds for fun? Second rule you can have is to limit opinion-based content. I suggest having very limited people who you value their opinion, and you value them because they provoke critical thinking or explore sides to things or concepts that you never thought of. And also make it a habit to do research so that you don't go around talking about something like you're an expert, only to realize that someone had been feeding you nonsense about a particular subject. Another rule is to stop doom scrolling before bed and after waking up. You need to have a routine before bed and after waking up that does not allow you to just go to social media immediately or spend hours of your evening on social media. And the last rule, and this is going to be a bit no checking someone's profile just to see. Stop stalking. That behavior is so 2025. When you are centered in yourself and about yourself, you do not care what everyone else is up to. You cannot build a life if you're constantly observing other people's highlights. You cannot build a life if you're constantly observing other people's highlights. You need to stop. You need to stop being on social media so much. And I've seen people talking about, I am chronically online. I have like 13 hours screen time. Yeah, you should be concerned, because at the end of the day, at the end of 24 hours, you should not want your screen time to surpass the hours that you've been productive. I have already lost count, so we're just going to proceed. So I think we are at number 3. You should go down intentional rabbit holes. I like intellectual seduction. I know rabbit holes may sound obsessive, but Rabbit holes matter because the depth is attractive, and that curiosity is going to recenter your mind. And on top of that, it's also going to help you build new neural pathways in your brain. And also, having knowledge builds quiet confidence. When you go down rabbit holes by watching videos, reading research papers, reading documents, reading books, going to the library, you invest in that kind of knowledge. It doesn't have to be important, it just has to make sense to you. You can research on anything. There's so much going on in the world. You can simply research on leaves or different types of trees or flowers. For me, I went down a rabbit hole about Marilyn Monroe, the psychology, the image, the control, the death, all that. You can choose to go and explore African literature, political figures, the history of beauty, architecture, perfume, body language. Oh, body language is one that I explored the whole of my teenagehood. When I tell you that I explored body language and I literally people watched to have practical classes, I was on the field studying body language in the textbooks and watching in real life to see if these body language things that I have studied in books actually apply in real life. How do you think I became a social strategist? How do you think I know so much? By watching people and going down that rabbit hole. That kind of intellectual seduction centers you because you stop being mentally scattered. You gain substance to pair with beauty, the beauty that you have, and you also become interesting to yourself because you find that you have knowledge that people have limited exposure to or do not really look into that much. And when you find your tribe, when you find people who are just like you geek the hell out. You become a nerd, and it's so nice to be a nerd. Next point is slow your responses. You do not need to reply immediately. Sometimes tell that person that you need time to think. You don't need to reply to every message immediately. You do not always need to react emotionally to everything. You need to learn how to pause, slow down, stop, think, because urgency is not really real until you make it real. And not just in regards to your responses, but your movement as well. You find yourself rushing through things because you want to get them over and done, and you don't realize the beauty of those small things that you're doing. You're supposed to be taking breakfast, but suddenly you're taking breakfast within 5 minutes. Slow down, savor the moment, and relax your nervous system. Next point is beautify your routines and not just your appearance. You're already beautiful, we know. But also, how you shower, make it romantic for yourself. Make it sensual. Make it erotic for yourself. Seduce yourself. How you make tea, how you make food, how you rearrange your space. Let your space, let you be a manifestation of how much you love yourself internally. You might love yourself internally, but externally you're not doing things that show that you love yourself. It's true, it can happen. So when you are beautifying things around you, you show the world and you show yourself that you need care, because beauty needs constant care. Beauty needs constant maintenance. And when you show yourself that you need care and maintenance, and in a way that doesn't feel like an obligation or a responsibility, and it feels like a sensational and sensual experience, you keep your nervous system regulated and grounded inside yourself without external validation from others. When you seduce yourself, you learn how to sit in that energy of beauty. And to conclude this episode, be selective with who gets access to your softness, because softness is not free and not everyone deserves your vulnerability, your humor, warmth, personality, emotional labor. Keep yourself as an exclusive entity. Make sure you have this exclusiveness to you. You should have exclusiveness to you, such that you know that you don't entertain everyone. You're not attracted to everyone. You're not responsible for everyone. You choose to be soft because you want to be soft, and you are soft for yourself and for people who deserve it. Not everyone deserves your softness. Centering yourself as a beautiful woman, as a pretty woman, is not about arrogance. It's about being rooted in yourself. It's about allowing yourself to exist and just be, such that attention does not destabilize you. Lack of attention or excessive attention does not destabilize you. You do not chase, you don't overexplain, you don't overextend, you simply exist, and that is enough. And if you do not know, that is the core philosophy of femininity. So center yourself today. Stay hot, stay fabulous, stay self-centered, and stay Cleopatra. And I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.